Hello Capricorn, this is your extended reading. So your extended reading feels a lot like the initial process of you seeing yourself from a very realistic kind of sense, but also in relation to this other, right, that is trying to help you, or these two others that are trying to help you. Because we start off with the Page of Pentacles, which in this case is you. And remember, you were trying to hold this position of the Queen of Pentacles, which is she's very sovereign, right? So in order to prove to others perhaps that you were here, right, that you have come to this very sovereign, stable, and abundant being, right? You were doing this, right? Caring a lot, right? Or doing a lot, and just standing your ground, right? Just stomping your foot on the ground and saying, this is who I am, this is how I do it, but being burdened, right? In the end. And so here, although I feel like this could be just, you know, the unconscious part of you, right? You wanted to believe that you have come to this very sovereign place, but in reality, what you were doing was act like this, right? With this immature and what I'm hearing is selfish. I'm sorry, Capricorn, I just have to say what I'm getting. But perhaps this Page of Pentacles was how other people were seeing you, right? So it, although, you know, it's just like, okay, so what I'm hearing right now is like your stance was so self-centered, right? So immovable that, you know, you were acting like a child and not realizing it. But I feel like even though, yes, realizing that your stubbornness, your bitterness, your lack of flexibility, right, to allow others in, right, to help you, I feel like it's like just realization that you had that stance, that you were in that position, quickly gives you this this sudden shift. It's like this shift in perception. It's because, okay, so we go from the Page of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles. So it's almost like this graduation, this quick graduation, but it's like this realization of your perception, Capricorn, of yourself, when you recognize how selfish and how self-centered and how childish you were, right? And then it's like this beginning process of maturing, right? And the interesting thing is that here we have you, right? The Knight of Pentacles being accompanied by the Knight of Cups, which to me, okay, it's interesting because I was gonna say that these two knights were representing you and another, right? The King of Swords that was seeing the true you, right? The truth behind this facade, right? Seeing you as the Queen of Cups. But in reality, when I was going to get the cards, it just corrected me, because actually these two knights are not exactly you and another. It's all you, right? Because of this judgment also, but I'm just gonna talk about it later. First of all, here, remember when I said in the first part that this Queen of Cups was playing two parts, right? It could be another person that was coming to your aid, but also the true you that King of Swords was seeing behind your facade of this Queen of Pentacles. But what I'm seeing, it's like, you know, here there is a lot of sovereignty, there is a lot of self-knowledge is what I'm getting, right? There is a lot of awareness, but I feel like this was, you weren't aware truly of your sovereign being. And because remember, the universe was calling you out, saying you have lost a sense of magic, right? In your stubborn, stable position. Which is interesting, right? Stubborn stability, right, is what I'm getting. So here, you know, beginning this extended with you realizing how immature it actually all was, I feel like quickly you realize that your sovereignty depends, is built over your awareness. You see what I'm saying? So because we had the conversation between you, between you and the universe very clearly, like you standing your ground and being immovable and not allowing the universe to show its magic to you, right? And here, what is going on is like, it's like you accept yourself as a student, you accept yourself as a person that has a lot to learn still, independent of your age, right? Because there is this conversation again with the universe, with this judgment. And I feel like here is like this, what I'm seeing is like the opening of the doors. You know, the universe are opening up the doors for you to, you know, just walk in balance is how I'm hearing. Because, you know, the two knights, you know, the pentacles and the cups, these two are you in this process of maturation, in this process of gaining awareness, right? And identifying your sovereignty, right? With the two queens, which are you. But it's like here, you are learning about yourself. It's like you're accepting this position of learning again, but not learn. It's like, it's this flexibility, right? That the universe, you know, by calling you out, by asking you to see the magic again, it's like it turns back to you, right? And it's opening up the doors to yourself. So you are realizing that you are in this process of learning again, right? You see what I'm saying, right? I hope so. So the interesting thing is that, oh, my cards are all mixed up. But here with these cards that are following, I feel like once you look at yourself again and accept that there is a learning process going on within you, right? To balance out these two aspects of yourself, right? The practical aspects, the mundane aspects, the very earthy, grounded energy that perhaps you were locked in that state for such a long time that you just lost sense of your heart, right? So here it's like this balancing out. You know, it's like being on the same page, right? Between your body and your heart. You see what I'm saying? It's like accepting this, accepting that you have still a lot to learn, right? And that, yes, the universe has a lot to teach you, right? Maybe through others, right? Maybe through the interaction with other people. And remember, in the first part, when this Two of Pentacles came, I saw this dance between you and another, but in a very practical sense, in a sense that in your own routine, in your own very stable and established home or workplace or day, right? You allow another very significant one in to help lighten the load, right? And them being represented by this King of Swords, being very open to talk, right? To relieve whatever burden you were carrying that you were not seeing. But I feel like here you begin to see it because of this natural exchange. It's almost like the Six of Pentacles is representing this natural dance, right? That is just introduced to your day. It's like it feels to me, this whole reading feels very daily, very mundane, very based on, you know, regular activities that you do, are just trivial, very common things, right? That perhaps you're just seeing that sharing or, you know, dividing or, you know, just accepting help, right, is very beneficial to you, right? It helps you actually grow, you know, because we go from a Five of Pentacles where you were standing very grounded, very planted, right, but alone, and, you know, actually very proud to be there, right? But when we go to the Six of Pentacles, it's almost like you see things naturally grow, right? Things naturally flourish for you in your day-to-day. And with this Ace of Swords, it's like, you know, they are coming with the King of Swords, so they understand about communication. It's almost like they have, you remember I said they have a good pair of ears to hear you, to just listen, be there for you to talk openly. And I feel like this is where you finally understand that there is a lot that has to be said. There has a lot that you were bottling up, especially with this Nine of Wands. And, you know, being this Ace of Swords with the Eight of Wands that is coming today with the traditional meaning of, you know, a very fast communication. I feel like when you get into this flow state of, you know, in your day-to-day, in your routine, in your workflow, but just dancing with a partner, dancing with a coworker, doing things that are very seamless, that are very easy, that it's just like this very practical exchange of workforce or of activities or duties, right? Splitting the chores at home, you know what I mean? I feel like when it happens so naturally for you and you accept that there is a lot for you to learn, right? Going from this page to these two knights, right? The Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. I feel like there is, you know, there could be a very particular event or a moment in your day that there is this realization, right? That just comes in very fast for you, Capricorn, with this Ace of Swords, that allows you to break your rigidity, right? To break your stubbornness and to spill out. It's what I'm seeing with this Eight of Wands, right? You just spill out whatever you had to say. And it, you know, because it's the same suit of the load that you were carrying that was very heavy for you, and you didn't even realize how heavy it was until this other people or person comes along and, you know, help you just, yeah, in this dance of activities, right? I feel like you just spill out, you just talk, you just, it's like this it's almost like, I'm going to just give an example of the image that I'm receiving. It's almost like you're doing the dishes and your partner is drying the dishes out, right? They're helping you in that sense, in that very practical sense, in silence, right? There is no need for words, just this very natural flow of things, right? And suddenly you just have this impulse, this instinct to say something for them, right? And it's quick. It's like this very sharp phrase or sentence or thought that you externalize, that you spill out, right? And with this Eight of Wands being the last card of this part of your reading, I feel like it helps to bring this dynamic flow, this dynamic, it's like whatever it was that you were bottling up, it just lights out. It just yeah, it just brings you this sense of relief, right, Capricorn? So I'm going to pull now the runes, the astrological runes, for a final guidance for you. I feel like it's very clear to me, but let's see. Okay, yeah, this is interesting. So the rune that came through was Virgo, and I feel like, I'm not sure because it's been a few days since I've done the last reading, but I feel like the last reading for Sagittarius, they too had this rune, the Virgo rune. But I feel like for you, Capricorn, as a fellow earth sign, right? Virgo is also an earth sign. It's almost like this guidance for you. It's like this reassurance from the universe saying that whoever is there to help you lighten your load, they get you. They understand the importance of having this very established life, this very stable routine, this very it's like systematic and methodic kind of doing things, right? It's like they really do it's almost like they value that in you, you see, Capricorn? So but this guidance here is like, you know, Virgo can be a sign that is such a perfectionist that they rather do it all themselves than to delegate for others, right? Because they want just such a pristine kind of result or outcome. It's almost like their level of just dedication is so high that they expect that from others, and when they don't receive, they get frustrated, right? So they rather do it themselves. And I feel like this is what you're doing, or what you have been doing, or what you have grown accustomed to do, Capricorn. So it's very important here. The guidance is saying, allow others to help you, even though they don't meet your level of just perfection. You see, it's like, allow your partner to participate in your routine, right? Yeah, I feel like there is a lot here in this final guidance for you, but I feel like it's very practical. It deals with practical matters, right? Issues that are very present in your day-to-day life, in your home or in your workplace. But yeah, just don't be such a perfectionist to the point that you're going to exhaust yourself and not even realize it, right? As we saw in the first part, this is saying delegate. Learn to share your activities, your duties, your responsibilities, right? You are a sign that carries a lot of responsibility, right? But if you share it, right, as we saw with the Six of Pentacles, the chances of you expending your wealth are just lighter and easier, and this equal give and take, right? This beautiful and actually magical dance, right, between you and a partner. And so allow others in, and you know, just because they will understand you. You see? They do understand the importance of that for you. So this is so beautiful. I am actually really glad how it turned out, especially in this extended. I hope it was helpful for you too, Capricorn. If you are feeling like there is a little bit of resistance in you, or if you're being stubborn with someone in your life in particular. So thank you so much for being here with me. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.